Welcome to L'Haim Ministry, and this is the segment of Creating with Scripture, and I'm Fran Capoccia. Today I was going to show you something I saw on a video online of making a paper gratitude jar. Sometimes people use a real jar to put what they're grateful for. But I just thought this was kind of a fun way. I made my own jar, and I made it oversized because I have a copier and I love to print. And this one has violet, flowers on it, which I love purple, which is obvious. I have a lot of purple here. So what I was going to show you what I did, again, this was just something I kind of made up, is I printed this jar. Then I have just a plastic bag on the end, and I have some sticky tape that I put on, and then I'll stick that on. And then I printed out like a bunch of Bible verses here, and you could do this however you want, but the one Bible verse that I've picked out is, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to God, bless his name." So I thought this was good. And of course, since I love Hebrew, I love studying that, I looked up what gate meant, because gate really stood out to me. I've never thought of enter his gates with thanksgiving. Like, why would we enter? What gates? Where are the gates? And that really kind of impressed me. And so I looked up what gate means. In Hebrew, it's pronounced sha'ar. It looks like a W, and then it looks like a Y, which is an ion, and that looks like a backwards R, which is called a resh. And the W that looks like a W is called shin. It represents like teeth. The Y represents the eyes, and the resh represents like the back of the head. It's kind of interesting because I'm not saying this is it, but a lot of people talk about your eye gates and what you see, and that could be one thing. But I also think it could be actual gates that maybe when we go into worship and Thanksgiving, we are entering into a place where God is, that we can, be thankful. And I was listening to a podcaster this week, and he was saying you actually can't be thankful and think negative thoughts in your brain at the same time, which I need all the thankful thoughts I can get. So that's why I thought this would be a great little exercise and something that I could do. You could put this like in a journal. You could put it on your refrigerator, wherever you want. But I thought it'd be nice to put it on my Bible, and that way I'd see it first thing. And then the opening is back here. I kind of still have the lid a little bit loose, so I could just stick that in there. And that for that day, that would be, one of my worship times. Or I also have like stickers. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So if I wanted to be thankful for his strength for the day, I could put this in the jar, and then, maybe I don't know how long it'll take to fill this up, but whenever you're done, you could just put them all in a bag and save them or reuse them and start over. But this one is just something I printed online, and there's about 50 thankful Bible verses. So there's nothing better to be thankful than with the word. And then I also have back here where I will turn to Psalm 100, verse 4. And I want to outline that so that way you can just see where it is in the Bible itself. And I like to highlight things, so I was using a purple pen here. So, and then you could even put a date. Today is June 26th. I think it's the 11th. If not, I'll change it. And then I like this Bible. It has a lot of already pre-printed pictures, and you can color them and have fun with that. So I just want to thank you today for joining me on this little demo of what I made with, so I pre-cut some of those. and of this gratitude jar, and hope that it's something will inspire you. You could use a real jar too if you want. I just, thought it was kind of cool to have a paper jar and with a bag on the back. And have a blessed day.